All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Too Easy Sports Betting. I'm Trice Too Easy. Guys, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. You've been here, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. It helps me and my channel a lot. And if you'd like to join my sports betting community and Discord server, it'll be in the pinned comment and in the description of the video. Okay, Thursday night football and what should be a pretty good game, at least it's what a lot of people think. We are going to dissect this game. I'm going to show you guys a touchdown bet that I'm on, one player prop that I'm on, then we'll get into the actual game. We will dissect it, look into it, talk about what we know, what the money's doing, what the odds are doing, all that stuff so you guys can make an educated bet. And I'll tell you where I'm at personally, and then I'll get y'all out of here with an absolute bag. Let's get right into this Thursday night extravaganza, starting with a player prop that I'm going to be on. And it's going to be Jackson Smith-Njigba to go over 84.5 yards. Guys, he's 3 for 3 on the season versus the 49ers, who have a phenomenal pass defense, versus the Steelers, who do not have a good pass defense, and versus the Saints, who actually do have a somewhat decent pass defense. They're sitting at 14th in the whole league. Look, he gets targeted and he gets big plays. He gets quite a few targets, and he always gets big catches and big plays. He's their go-to guy, and the Cardinals' passing defense is terrible. So I just expect him. This is not asking too much to get 85 yards out of him versus the Cardinals. It's just not. So I am going to be on Jackson Smith to clear his receiving yards line. Okay, guys? As far as a touchdown tonight, and this may be a controversial pick, but I think it's a good one. I think the price is very fair. By the way, you're getting plus money on the exchange for Jackson's pass yards. For the touchdown, I'm going to be on Kenneth Walker at plus 115 on the exchange. Guys, is there any reason not to bet this? Look, the reason why we're getting such a good price is because Charbonnet, or however you say it, who basically shares carries with him, is due to play tonight. So he should be in the game. However, Kenneth Walker, the 2 games that his counterpart has missed, he scored 3 touchdowns. He's in the end zone. He's running strong. He's running hard, and he's getting in there. If you're a coach and you just saw him score 3 touchdowns in 2 games from the red zone, I don't think you're sitting there like, man, should we give the ball to Kenneth or should we give Charbonnet a chance? I'm quite sure you're going with Kenneth Walker to try to get him in the end zone. He's shown that he can do it. He's proven it. And you got a running back coming back fresh off an injury. Do you really want him down in those power situations where motherfuckers is trying to kill him and pile on him? I think Kenneth gets the ball on the goal line more often than not. I think he has a very fair chance of getting in the end zone tonight. For plus money, I think it's crazy. I'm happy to bet it. Okay, guys. Anyways, let's actually get into this game so you guys can make a good decision. And let's start with what the odds are actually doing in the game, so you guys can see like what people are betting. So if you look at the odds chart, this is Outlier app. Okay, when you're looking at odds, you really only want to check what the sharp books are doing. So let's get rid of all these recreational books that guys bet on. Let's look at where the pros bet. So you have Pinnacle, Circa, and Bookmaker. This is where professional bettors bet. These are the big dogs. These are who, if their price says it should be this price, you can damn sure bet that's the right price. They take $50,000, $100,000, $1 million bets from guys. These are the books where they just take massive, massive bets. Pros bet on these books. So when that price, they say what this price is, that you can pretty much rest assured that their price is correct. Now, looking at the chart, you can see Circle started at 115 and got murdered all the way down to 124, stabilizing at about minus 125. Pinnacle opened at 120, now it's at 122. Bookmaker opened at 116 and it is now 128. The general census is minus 115, minus 120 was too good of a price. Most books are pushing down to minus 130 to minus 125 range. If it continues to get hammered and the Seattle Seahawks continue to get bet, you can expect this price to go from anywhere from minus 115 to 120 down to minus 135 to 130 when the line closes. That tells you a lot of people are betting on the Seahawks and that they think minus 115 is too good of a price. So you'd want to lock this in early as possible because all the lines are trending down. Even if you look at recreational books, like if you get rid of the pro books and you look at FanDuel, opened at 116 all the way down to 126. DraftKings opened at 125, it's staying there, it opened low. BetMGM getting pushed down as well. Bet Online started at 123 all the way down to 129. So just everything is going downwards. The odds are dropping and getting worse. There's money coming on the Seahawks. If you look at where the money's going, you can see 76% of bets on the Seahawks, 84% of the money on the Seahawks. Even on the spread, it's all Seahawks. So nobody's betting the Cardinals. That's either a good thing if you're backing the Seahawks, or it's a bad thing if you think this shit's rigged and you know how janky things can be when all the money's on one side. That can be very bad for Vegas. If you're a sports book and 75% is on one team, you'd really like for that team to lose. So do with that as you will. Why aren't they adjusting the price? Why is the spread not going up more? It's very janky and makes you wonder. You know what I mean? So, anyways, do with that information as you will. Let's just get into the game so we can make a fair decision and actually just talk about it. So, Seahawks traveling to Arizona to play the Cardinals. And let's just go over what we actually know, starting with, are the teams healthy? The Seahawks, the only real injury they have two guys who are questionable. Their right guard, Christian Haynes, the starting guard, he's actually out. So they got Anthony Bradford as the backup, and he's questionable. So they are beat up in the right guard spot. That's the only real place they're truly struggling. On defense, Boy Mafe is questionable. He's the starting linebacker. Outside of that, they're a fully healthy team. If we move over and we take a look at these Cardinals, they are beat to hell. Zay Jones, their wide receiver, out. They have a left tackle issue. Paris Johnson Jr. is questionable. Kevin Bachman, who's their backup's questionable. The starter, Valentin Sin, he is out. The left guard position, Evan Brown, questionable. Hayden Connor, the starter, injury reserve. They are beat to death. Their offensive line's beat to death. Their starting running back and superstar, James Conner, is out. So they don't even have a starting running back. So they have no rush attack tonight. They have no O-line to get pushed, and they don't even have an O-line to protect their quarterback. And then if you go to the defense, they have a linebacker who's questionable, cornerback who's questionable. I mean, they're riddled with injuries. They have so many injuries on defense as well. This team is just beat to death. So let's start there. Cardinals are beat to death. Seahawks are fully healthy. Now, who have these teams played? Seahawks saw the 49ers and lost in an upset. They lost 17-13, and the 49ers have one of the best defenses in football. They're winning riddled with injuries, still winning games. They're a good team. They saw the Steelers, blew them out 31-17. They saw the Saints, blew them out 44-13. If you look at the Cardinals in their schedule, they saw the Saints barely won. They beat the bum-ass Saints by a touchdown. They beat the bum-ass Panthers by 5 points. And then they lost to the 49ers, who, by the way, when the Seahawks played them, they were healthy. They lost to the 49ers. Kittle wasn't in. A couple of their wide receivers wasn't in. And the quarterback wasn't in. They lost to the 49ers with no Kittle and a backup quarterback and tons of other injuries. And they still lost. That is not, the Cardinals losing to the 49ers is not the same as the 49ers losing, as the Seahawks losing to the 49ers first game when they were fully healthy. This is a pre-injury 49ers team they almost beat. And a pre-injury 49ers team is one of the best teams in football. Let's be honest. The Cardinals saw them riddled with injuries and they still lost. Okay? Now, how's this season going for these two teams, guys? Seahawks pass offense is ranked 12th. That's very good. Their rushing offense is bad at 21st, but they like to pass. They do a couple runs and they throw a deep play. They score off big plays to Jackson Smith. It's just what they do. Pass defense for the Seahawks, terrible. Pass defense for the Cardinals, 30th in the league. So neither of these teams have a good pass defense, but one team can pass the ball, 12th in offensive passing. Cardinals are 28th in offensive passing. Cardinals are 15th in rushing offense, but they lost their running back. So they're already just dead mid at running. Now the superstar running back is out. They cannot pass the ball. They're almost last in football in passing. The Seahawks, they really can run the ball. They just make majority of their plays passing, and they're 12th in passing versus the 30th pass defense in all of football in the Cardinals. So basically, if you just look at this game, Seahawks are a better team in every way, especially tonight. The only angle for the Cardinals would have been to run the ball. They can't pass. They're 30th in the league. They can only run the ball. Their running back is out. the Seahawks are 7th in rushing defense too. They have both these teams have excellent rush defense. So there's no rushing available. There's no running available. Let's take running off the board. Look at the passing. 12th in the league versus 28th in the league as far as passing offense. Pass defense, 20th in the league, 30th in the league. Cardinals can't pass. Seahawks have every single advantage tonight in the world. Both these teams have good red zone defenses. They're top in the league, top 5. So maybe they don't score a lot. Maybe they get to the red zone and get stuffed. But with the way Kenneth Walker's running in the red zone, I don't think that's even going to be a problem for the Seahawks. I don't see any way the Cardinals can win this game. Their running back, James Conner's hurt. He's out. Their whole line is beat. They can't get pushed. They can't protect the quarterback. Seahawks pass rush is pretty good. I don't know how the Cardinals move the ball ever. And I do not think that there's a planet where the Cardinals can stop the Seahawks from passing the ball. How would you get there? Seahawks have one of the best passing offenses in football, and the Cardinals have one of the worst pass defenses in football. So I don't know how you get there. I mean, unless you think that Kyler Murray comes out here with his beat up O-line and 2 healthy receivers and just airs the ball out all night, or you think that their backup running back Trey Benson comes out here and just runs all over the Seahawks, who have a phenomenal rush defense, there is not an angle where you can really get to the Cardinals tonight. The price is weird. The line is weird. I don't know what's going on here. Nothing makes sense, guys. The Cardinals barely beat the Saints. The Seahawks beat them by like 30. This is strange. I expect some rigging or some Vegas input tonight because this doesn't make sense. But for me, the only play that makes sense is to back the Seahawks. I got them on the money line at minus 120 on Bet 105. So Seahawks money line for me, I'm dropping a nuke on it, and let's hope that Vegas lets us win, okay? Because if there is no interference or gambling going on, the Seahawks murder these guys. Seahawks money line for me, couple that with Kenneth Walker touchdown, couple that with Jackson Smith over 84.5 receiving yards. That's it for me. Let's get out of here. Let's get a bag. Have a great night. Let's crack these folks.